If you're training for a nice big race, get your legs all tired, mucked up, jacked up, where your mind and body say, I don't want to fucking do shit anymore. And guess what you do? You go out and get some more miles in.
Nobody can do it like you do it. The problem is you don't hardly do it.
So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path. You commit to that path with the mentality of having zero options.
That second that just went by, that counted. And so did that second. And so did that one. And in those precious seconds, you were either building or you were decaying. You were either gaining ground or you were losing ground.
And if you don't get what you thought you were going to get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become? I told you, this is the year I'm pushing you. This is the year to get it done. This is the year to rid all excuses.
Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give yourself too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do. You're just gonna run out of time.
Change expectation for appreciation. Extract the lessons and the blessings from the situations that didn't turn out the way you wanted them to turn out. But most importantly, man, approach it and eliminate the outcome, right? Just go for it, work, go to work. You love sleep too much. You love that alcohol too much. You love that substance too much. You love that vice too much. There's something that you love more than yourself.
You are not going to become a good fighter unless you make it happen.
I can't. You can't? Are you fucking kidding me? You just said I can't? Like, I want to fucking bitch slap that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't have time for people that are weak and they say I can't.
So if you are looking at your life right now and what you do every single day, and it's a one-way street to hell with no return, that's not so fucking appealing to me, man. I don't want to be part of that. So get off that fucking beaten path society says is so right. Believe in yourself and what you're doing, man. It's like, fuck that.
But it's like, oh, do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of it boils down to. Do you actually want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing.
Starting not tomorrow, not Monday, not next month, starting right this motherfucking minute, I'm gonna start doing what it takes.
I believe so much in myself and I have a bulletproof mind, and when I go out there, I know what I'm able to do, and I do it good.
I don't have a choice but to see this through, okay? If I don't see this through, I'm gonna be digging ditches. That's what I tell myself.
You're not the only one with a setback. You're not the only one with a deficiency. Others have had them, but they didn't make excuses. They made adjustments.
You don't want to rationalize the situation, right? You don't want to give yourself an opportunity to say, well, you know, I'm because there's a million excuses you can come up with at 4:30 in the morning. I'm overtrained. I need more sleep. I need more rest. I think my circadian cycle is off. Whatever excuse you want to come up with at 4:30 in the morning, you can do it.
I'm always going to give it my 110%. That's the only thing I can ever say a solid day's work.
Get better, train, up your skills.
Lion is the king of the jungle. How can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When you're trying to accomplish some little short-term goal, when you're trying to get something real insignificant done, you can take some days off. But when you're trying to get that milestone done, when you're trying to get to the other side of that milestone, when you're trying to change your life, no plays off. Listen to me, no days off.
Well, you can't change that overnight. You cannot change it overnight. But you can change the direction overnight.
When I don't want to come here and I don't want to do this and I get tired of, doing what I do, which happens to everybody, you go through ups and downs, I pretend like I have zero options. I say, well, if I don't fucking do this, bro, I'm gonna be digging ditches, so I better show the fuck up and get it done.
She wasn't great just because she said she was great. She wasn't great because they said she was great. She was great because she didn't take any plays off.
What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. It's raining outside, it's cold outside, when you don't want to put those long hours in at work, that's what I'm talking about. Your feelings must go away.
When we want it, we can do it.
That enough is enough. enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I want to go to the dealership and buy the best car. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I made a decision. Enough is enough.
It won't get harder. Like, this is the hardest part. And so if you can just make it through this, everything else is downhill. It's not that the things that the dragons are going to slay aren't going to get bigger. They are. But you become so much more equipped to slay them back.
I don't take any days off.
No days.
No days.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
In order to make that a reality, no plays off, no days off.
Because those seconds, they turn into minutes. And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years.
So another year is come and gone. And a lot of us are in the same place we were last year. What the fuck are you waiting on?
You have got to make a decision in your life. You have got to make a decision about your fitness. You have got to make decisions about your business. You have got to make decisions about your faith. You have got to make decisions about your marriage. You have got to make decisions about your kids. Because you know what? Your only other option is to crouch in stagnant fear like a coward and potentially die.
If you aren't into yourself, and that means something else now than what I mean. If you're not into yourself enough that you can't spend the weekend by yourself, then something's wrong with you.
If you look in the mirror and you frown upon yourself, you created that. That's not an accident, it's a habit. It's like you look in the mirror and you smile because you see excellence. That's not an accident, it's a habit. You guys need to start taking responsibility for your actions.
I know you're tired. You're not the only one that gets tired. But if you're going to be able to make your dreams become a reality, you got to go past fatigue. You got to go past tired.
I had to go back to where David Goggins was fat in his mind. I said, how did you get to where you are? I became feelingless.
It's old mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas. But I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
Most of the time, it's some reason. There's a medical reason. There's a family problem. There's very few people that look at you and say, oh, I quit because it sucked. Which is what, by the way, happens to the vast majority of people.
Last game before this one was very poor, was poor, was probably the worst game we did, and today was probably the best game we did.
He wasn't one of the greatest that ever played the game. He's not considered the great because he said he was great, but because they said he was great. He was considered great because he did not take plays off.
People right now, maybe listen to this shit, they be motivated to go run. If it's cold somewhere where they're at, a lot of motherfuckers will shut that door, go back inside. That's motivation. It comes and go as how you feel. If you and your wife are good, if you and your kids are good, if you're good at work, you're motivated. I like a motherfucker whose life is imploded, ain't got shit in life, and says, I still gotta get after it today, man.
That fact that you have the ability to do something and you're too weak to fucking turn the key and start the engine on it is a greater disappointment and a greater burden to carry than any of this physical sweat equity or pain in the gym or sacrifice. All that is just nothing.
I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position.
Good intentions have never helped somebody lose weight. Good intentions have never helped somebody finish school. Good intentions ain't never paid nobody bills. We not own intentions, we own execution.
So that's when you move from motivation to driven to obsessed. And I want people to realize once you get to this portion over here, the driven obsessed part, you're gonna stop.
You have to become obsessed. Interested people watch obsessed people change the world.
If you have to ask how to get motivated to go to the gym, you don't need to be going to the gym. You don't want it enough. sick and tired of looking and feeling like shit, you'll show up on work. I'll see you there. Because you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, fuck that.
If it was easy, everybody would have done it. It's not easy, but I know something about you. You can get it done.
Every day, because I have a vision, I have my confidence, and I believe in myself. People call it arrogant, I call it confidence.
In anything you do, it applies to doing your job, making more money, playing golf, cooking, raising children, teaching, anything at all. And while this has long been known by the most successful people in the world, it seems to have escaped the great majority. Whatever it is that you would like to do better, act as though you're a top-flight expert at it. And if you continue to play this part long enough, you will become an expert.
So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the fucking crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay hard.
Fired up, man. Fired the fuck up, man. Motivated, pumped up, man. Early still, man. Early. Some people just getting up, going about their first endeavor of the day. We've already done a few endeavors, man. We already kicked some ass. We like a taste of that. We want to kick some more ass. So the next endeavor we're doing, because we put value in our day.
Others were tired. Others felt like giving up. Others felt like giving in. But they kept their milestone in front of them. They kept their eyes on the prize. Look, you gotta dominate.
Like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got through doing an op where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it.
Eliminate the outcome. Stop being driven by rewards. Stop being driven by outcome. Stop being driven by, if I get this, I'm going to do this. Just work.
You were scared you were going to fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it until something fucking hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then that fucking spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never going to be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man.
I started going through a time in my life where I started becoming more successful. With more success, it became harder for me to be Goggins. So what I started doing was I went back to the old school. Like I said, nothing is learned at the top of a mountain.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. There are always going to be ups and downs, but I think it's really how you really, get back on your horse and keep going forward. And I think the biggest thing that I've always said is never give up.
Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there. Grab a buddy of yours. Say, man, me and you are gonna fucking do this together.
It's a man on a man every time you play the game. It'll never change. It's about winning one-on-one battles. Fight through fight. It's our fight to fight. 1 and 6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1 and 6.
Before you can do something, you must first be something. Before you can do what you would most like to do, you must first become the person who can do it.
What the hell are you even doing here, bro? You understand you got this opportunity one time, right? And this is how you're spending it? You think it's all just a joke right now because you're young, huh? You think you got all the time in the world to get your life back in your hands. Well, let me tell you, you're gonna think that way every single day.
Starting at the top, wanting to cross the first one off after your first day, but then realizing you still haven't done it well enough to cross it off, and you're like, wait, I have to do another day, and I still haven't, quote, made a dent in this list. And then you do it another day, and a third day, and a fifth day, and a fifth week, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I think I've got the first one done.
You should be very proud of yourself right now. Came in here with a desire. You put action to that desire. That combination explodes.
And the right thing, and then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
It's not found sitting on the couch. This shit brings it out. Makes you that C4. This is the tension, the pressure of life, combined with inside what's your head saying, your heart's believing. Boom! Birth of a new you.
Yep.
It could have been great.
I never forget one time I was running by a graveyard. When I was fucking just trying to become, I was fat. And I ran by a graveyard and I looked out there and I have all these epiphanies, man. I have all these fucking moments of it's crazy, man, of just thought. Cause I'm always by myself. I'm always in deep fucking thought about how to be better. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life and fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro.
That's fucking living. You think this, what is this shit? You think I pissed myself? No. All this shit right here is the old me, the weaker me. Getting the fuck out. The stronger portion inside myself says we don't need you anymore. Stop being the fucking parasite. No longer is there a free ride for your ass. Get the fuck out.
Don't die like this. So people wonder where this shit comes from me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here?
With regard to clarity, it means the ability to determine exactly what it is that you want to be, have, or do in life. And the more I study successful men and women, the more I find that every single one of them, the top 5%, are very clear about where it is they're going and what it is they want to accomplish. And when I look at unsuccessful men and women, or men and women who seem to be unhappy and floundering, I find that almost invariably they have a very, very limited sense of direction, sometimes no sense of direction at all.
No one thought in my family that, or even through my friends or through my mum and dad's friends, whoever was around us, no one thought that we'd ever be anything. No one thought that like our art could sell and we could make money that way and we could build careers that way. Everyone always expected us, especially my granddad, just expected us to go into the family business.
You see, we as human beings are goal-seeking organisms. We only function at our very best when we're working toward accomplishing something that is important to us. And in my estimation, 80 to 90% of all the unhappiness, hostility, violence, psychosomatic illness, alcoholism, drug addiction, and so on in our society is caused by people having no sense of direction. They don't know where they're going. As they say, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're gonna be more prepared for. And the next challenge after that, you're gonna be even more prepared for. And you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna win.
Think it's genetics or they think it's steroids and stuff like that.
Or they'll just think that you're like wired in a way from birth.
I used to think that as well back when I was overweight and unhealthy, and like I'd look at people on Instagram and be like, yep, genetics, whatever. Yep, he's on steroids. I can't look like that. I've got a business to run.
Everything that's you ever dreamed of becoming, some human made it happen. The only difference between that human and you all create equally, right? Except up here, we have the ability to enhance or to destroy this guy.
Like you dismiss everything, but it's not. And once you start doing it yourself and you see those little gains and you get into it, and you can really change one step at a time.
Fucking doing today, tomorrow, the next fucking day. That's why I'm listening to theorists. I don't listen to all that bullshit. There's no ending. You gain knowledge through suffering, because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in over here.
And so what happens is it will give you a very real look at how long you're actually working versus how long you think you're working, and you tell other people working, and you Instagram how long you're working. I've realized that there's just been a significant decrease in the distractions that I allow to interrupt me.
Whether it's 10,000 steps or doing even a 20-minute workout, that's all people need to do to change, because you'll start seeing results regardless of what position you're in right now. If you can just keep increasing incrementally what you're doing in terms of fitness or your business or however you, like your sleep, whatever it is that you feel is not right.
Again, if you want to stay focused, staying focused is not like zeroing in and saying, I'm going to do it just like I'm going to zoom in on this thing. It's more that focus occurs when you remove everything else.
You'll see the change over time. It comes, and it takes a long time. It takes a really long time, but it happens.
Is I cannot get away from who the fuck I am. Who I am is who I'm proud of. I'm very proud of the hardworking, calloused hands, calloused mind, human being that I literally made this person with a lot of help from above, a lot of guidance from saying you're gonna go left when you should go right. That horrible voice that wouldn't let me get away from myself and hide forever. I listened to it.
I was not always this strong guy you see. I went through a lot of hard times in my life to get here today. And A story I'll tell you with real quick. I tried once to get in the Air Force to be an Air Force pararescueman, and I quit for fear of the water. I was 175 pounds. I left the Air Force 4 years later at 300 pounds. He laughed at me.
Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Develop the skills, learn the lessons, take the classes, absorb all that is being taught to you these days. And then later on, of course, you can sort it out, what's valuable to you and how to refine it for your business and for your life and for your future. But the main thing is to get it and start this process of personal change.
You have to watch. You have to watch every single second. Because those seconds, they turn into minutes.
Losers lose because they lost. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. You losing because you lost. All right, so look at this image real quick. You see this image? So you have two swimmers, right? You got one swimmer looking at the winner win. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? You got one guy, he's a loser because he lost, meaning what?
If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time.
I listen to it, and the only way you can set the example is you have to always be willing to work. I don't follow people who talk about what they used to do in life. I don't give a fuck what you used to do. I don't care that, you used to be the basketball. I don't care. What are you doing today? You may not be that person now, but what are you still doing to try to excel in life? And a lot of people now are talking. I hear so much talk. I don't hear a lot of work.
7 other recruiters laughed at me. One recruiter finally said, "Come on in, I'm too busy to talk to you on the phone." He didn't know how much I weighed. I walked in the recruiter's office and he looked at me and he said, "You're fat and you're black." I said, "I want to be a Navy SEAL." I didn't know there had only been 35 African American Navy SEALs at that time in over 70 years. He said I basically had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months.
Personal development. And let me say it one more time. If you will change, everything will change for you. You'll never be the same. You'll keep growing. As you look back on a few months, look back on a few years, you won't believe the progress you can make. Economically, your relationship with your family, your friends, and whether you're in sports or economics or whatever, I'm telling you, that whole process of committing yourself for personal change, personal value, can really make your life unique and worthwhile.
And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years. And so, that second that just went by, that counted. And so did that second.
The loser is looking at the winner, and the winner is winning. Why? Because the winner has a North Star. The winner has a target. The winner has a goal, and you're losing because you're looking at the winner. You're focused on everybody. Okay, you gotta hear what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to tell you is you're losing because you're looking at them and you're looking to them.
What are you gonna do? How bad do you want it? There's two options. To continue forward, pushing upward. And if you do, that dream is given birth, and forever you will live in the reality of it. If you stop, quit, throw in the towel, I promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to find that dream again.
I had this pipe dream of becoming a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Because when you have no parents raising you and you have no role models growing up, that I once looked at all these guys, now I look at myself like, God, who the f can do that? I can. But what it takes is a discipline that no one can ever even, they don't understand it. They don't understand, but everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to.
If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you can't do something, not even yourself. I watched Arnold fall down. Nobody remembers when he fell down. When he was, Arnold wasn't the glorified winner as he was in the first 70 through 75. He got up. I become a famous film star.
If you don't know how to push the button, it's frustrating. And it says, oh, it's so much hard work to change. It's not easy. It takes time. These are belief systems. Why? Because they try and it doesn't work.
If you change your life, if you want to change your life, you must change your ways. You must develop discipline.
It wasn't your heart that quit. Your body betrayed you. And if you ever get that fixed and you ever want to come back this academy, you are more than welcome. That's mental toughness.
Of those long-term goals. And you look up in 6 weeks or in 6 months or in 6 years and you've made no progress.
I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not be in good shape. I've literally never seen it. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try and you actually want it, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're gonna get what you want.
I give you the map. You are willing to do that? Yeah. It's the main point, because everyone wants to be Cristiano, but I give you the map. You think you will do it that? It's difficult. It's
the discipline.
The discipline is the most difficult thing, not only in sports, but in life. We are all human beings. We are not happy every day. We are, not in a good mood every day. It's normal. It's part of us.
What do you do to overcome that?
I always put people way above me when I was growing up. Like, my God, they had to have a lot more than me to get to where they're at. And a lot of them did. But once you get around the best of the best of the best people, you can kind of start breaking them down and realizing, man, you're just as fucked up as me. Like we all have, but all you did was you hit it better.
You might think that life is unfair. You might think that life dealt you a bad hand, but I'm here to tell you, life will give you exactly what you tolerate. And if you've been tolerating mediocrity, you've been tolerating average, you've been tolerating this victim mentality that you're carrying, then guess what? You have exactly what you deserve. I know those are harsh words, but I'm going to tell it to you.
You can believe you're not worthy of a thing and still attain it. You can be adamant that your efforts are going to go badly and still succeed. You can grip and grasp and fear and it ruin the enjoyment and be totally unwarranted and things still go well.
Well, that's cool. Thinking abundantly is cool, and journaling about my life's goals is cool. But in reality, I need to have clarity on what the fuck I want. And if I have clarity, then I need to have the confidence to execute every single day, stack those little wins.
How did you get to where you're at today? How did you get to where you're running 200 miles at one time in 39 hours, being so disciplined? It started off, honestly, with recognizing that my bedroom was dirty. My bed wasn't made. I lived a sloppy life. So I took very small increments in my life. I started making my bed. I started cleaning my room. There were dishes in the sink. It started off with doing small house chores. I saw that the yard needed to be mowed. So instead of being told it needed to be mowed, I would mow it. I started doing things, coming outside of my lazy ways to become better.
Have people doubting you anymore. You won't have people criticizing you like that. You won't have people that don't believe. And you won't have that fuel, and you wish you did. So learn how to use it, stay on the path, and recognize that no matter what someone says, no matter who it is that says it, the only way that you can lose on this journey is by giving up. And I know that sounds cliche, and I know that sounds oversimplified, but it is simple.
And if I have the confidence to do that, then I need to know that there's going to be times that things aren't going to work out in my favor, and I need to have the courage to push through. And if I have the courage to push through, I'm going to be a consistent motherfucker no matter what. Whether it's hot, cold, snowy, tired, aching, whatever. And if I'm consistent and I have charisma, I will attract the things that I want in my life. Charisma is just this magical magnet, man.
You can have no self-belief and show up anyway. You can want more for yourself without knowing exactly what that looks like. You can doubt the process, question your talent, be uncertain that you're making progress, disparage your accomplishments, permanently feel like you're not working hard enough no matter how hard you work, never give yourself a break, fail to fully feel gratitude, be terrified of never reaching your goals, and still end up in a place that your 20-year-old self could not imagine you'd ever get to. Self-belief is overrated. Generate evidence, says Ryan Holiday.
Because if I kept believing this false narrative that I'm an immigrant, I'm always going to be blue collar, that I don't belong here, that I'm unlovable because I was molested, because I was beaten, because I was bullied, because I was told I'll go back to my own country because I've got learning disabilities, that I'm supposed to be broke, that I'm supposed to be desperate, that I'm supposed to be approval seeking, validation seeking, putting other people on pedestals because of that shit. Fuck you. Don't ever for a moment undersell yourself.
I fight against that. You know, it's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind, it's a box of surprises, and you have to challenge yourself to be consistent.
Mental toughness is not physical strength. Mental toughness is, I'm not going to quit. It hurts, but I'm not going to quit. Oh, it's hurting worse. I'm not going to quit. Oh, I don't know. I've never experienced pain and discomfort at this level, but I'm not going to quit. I don't know if I can go any further, but I'm not going to quit. That's not physical toughness, folks. That's mental toughness. And without mental toughness, physical toughness doesn't mean anything.
Who's hyper-scaling a company and saying, I'm going to sit in 20 interviews a day for 7 days straight so I can hire 20 people this week because I need to get going, right? Like if you can't sit still and ignore notifications and focus for a day, nothing great will get accomplished because it's not about what you want, it's about what's required. And whether that's your best or not is irrelevant. It's just there's a price tag and you gotta be willing to pay for it.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. It's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
Consistency. He's like, you have to make sure that you're inconsistent. He's like, because if you are consistent and you have none of the other attributes, he's like, you still might be successful. He's like, it's very tough for people who are consistent to not be successful. And he makes an especially pointed point about consistency because in my opinion, it's one of the most difficult of the virtues for humans to do because we're so attracted to novelty.
Consistency doesn't guarantee that you'll be successful, but not being consistent will guarantee that you won't reach success. You have a productivity hack, an easy productivity hack. Instead of spending time getting in the mood to work, just start working. Confront the work. People think they need perfect conditions to start, when in reality, starting is the perfect condition.
Or you don't get the thing. And a lot of times it's not what you want. And I spend a lot of time trying to dispel the concept of like follow your passion because I think it leads more people astray than it helps. Because it's very easy for someone who's successful, who's already delegated tons of things to only then focus on their area of genius and then say, here for my seat, do what I do.
I could barely read and write when I was in a junior in high school. I wasn't going anywhere. I saw working out as a way for me to build calluses on my mind. I had to callous over the victim's mentality. So I watched these movies. I talked about Rocky last time I was on here. I always equated training to mental toughening.
One day in the gym is basically imperceivable. 2 days in the gym, you don't recognize any change whatsoever. 100 days in the gym, and you're almost a new person. Right? You've seen those before and after pictures. One day of playing guitar, you can barely play one chord.
And through a period of time, your brain doesn't like it, but it starts to realize this is a new way of thinking. We are now doing things that we are uncomfortable doing. We are doing things that we don't want to do. So the brain starts to slowly grow.
Good times, bad times, they pass equally the same rate. Meaning time doesn't stop, they slow down so you can celebrate a little longer. Time also doesn't slow down so you feel a little more pain longer. They move unconditionally. no prejudgment. Time continues to move.
100 days of practicing guitar, and you can play literally almost any song. An hour of writing. An hour of writing, and you've got a short, kind of junky 1,000-word essay. 100 hours of writing, and you got yourself a whole book.
And a year from now, it's going to happen like that. And who is your future self? 1 year from now, who is it? Just like everyone's out of here, go party Saturday night. They're not willing to sacrifice. I'm like the lone survivor in here. Tonight will be over with too. Tomorrow I'll be stronger for it. Another day will go by. 365 of them happen so fucking fast. Who are you gonna be in a year from now?
Like, it always looked brutal. People waking up early and doing all these things, and it looked horrible. I was like, wow, man, I gotta start doing that. Not to get better, bigger, and stronger, but that is what's gonna build me. That looks uncomfortable. That looks brutal. And getting up early, I don't wanna do that. So I made this long list of things that I don't wanna do. And through that, I found myself. I started, I'm like, you guys aren't doing that shit in high school. You guys aren't getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, running over here in this golf course. So I started seeing myself very differently than the average human being. I was like, hang on a second. I have something they don't have.
Getting better is a campaign. It's a campaign. It's a daily, a weekly, it's an hourly fight.
And that's when I started to develop these things through working out. It was this great, never-ending work ethic. And through work ethic, I developed self-esteem.
An incessant fight that doesn't stop against weakness and against temptation and against laziness. It's a campaign of discipline. It's a campaign of hard work and dedication. It's waking up early and going to bed late and grinding out every second in between. Every single day, doing the tasks that you don't necessarily want to do, but that you know will help you or help your team. Facing your fears. It takes discipline to face your fears so you can conquer them. And that's what discipline is. Discipline means taking the hard road, the uphill road, to do what's right.
I think the wake-up call is important, but it's not the key. I think you have to take care a little bit of your body, but without obsession. If you start today, you're gonna have benefits in the future. Doesn't matter the time. What is important, it's what you want to achieve.
Work hard on yourself and develop the graces. All of the stuff necessary to become more valuable to the marketplace. I'm telling you, your whole life can explode into change. Promotions, no problem. Becoming more valuable to the company, I'm telling you, no problem. Money, no problem. Economics, no problem. Future, no problem. If you just go to work on the right thing.
I know myself. Know yourself to know others. You know what I mean? That's what Bruce Lee said, and that's some true shit right there. You know what way you feel to know what way he feels. So I play off that. I know what way he feels. So I give him something to make him feel that way more. I tell you what though, it must be a scary damn thing to be a featherweight in the UFC and not be named Conor McGregor.
Not get things out there to change. Don't try to change the seed. Don't change the soil. Don't change the sunshine, don't change the rain, don't change the mix of seasons.
I like to drink, I like to eat a burger. Okay, you're gonna pay the bill in the future.
You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something.
I think the most important is to find the balance. Sometimes I'm gonna eat a burger or chips, well, it doesn't matter. And it's important too for your mind too. Sometimes I sleep 2 o'clock in the morning because last night I was in UFC here in South and the main event, it's 2 o'clock. Yes, it's quality of life too. The most important thing, it's the consistency.
It's not to wait for it to happen. Hey Vic, your life just happened in front of you. Just show up today and make it happen with Tom. No, you had to do a lot of shit today to get to this day that no one really knows except you. So that's why you appreciate it.
Go for it, guys. You gotta say, you know what? This comfort zone I'm in is a fucking danger zone. It's a danger zone because what is it doing? It's stopping you from your true potential. It's comfortable. I don't want to step out here because I don't know that area.
You must develop strength. I tell you these things because I want to share that with you. I kind of want to wrap it up now and just say that it doesn't matter where you are in life. It really doesn't. Because the great thing about life is it's always your next move.
Reality is it's going to take everything you got. Reality is if you don't have a big old chip on your shoulder that you could draw from and then have it push you down the road, you're not going to fucking make it.
Your next move that counts. No matter where you are. You could be, look, I was dead broke. My electric bill was being shut off. And there were people even like worse off than I was.
Behavior, thoughts. So if you change your behavior, then generally your thoughts, your feelings, and your perceptions change.
Yeah.
And everyone tries to come at it from the other end, but he's figured out through whatever process led him there and incredible life circumstances, how to run it in this direction of behavior first.
The first thing they should do is change their physiology, because before you try to take care of your mind, you take care of your body. Your body affects your emotion. I teach people how to radically change their body in seconds. I deal with athletes or CEOs or whoever it is, and you can change it instantly. Not fake pump up bullshit, but a real biochemical change.
Really think that if neuroscience has anything to offer, it's some understanding of what the underlying chemicals and neural circuits are. But the sooner that the human animal, the human species can start to understand that our feelings and our thoughts and our memories and all that is very complicated, but that when behaviors are very concrete and they are the control panel for the rest of it.
Be really good at what you do and be well liked. You know what? You can't fail. You can't. And change the things you want to change about yourself. Change them. I know it's hard. Am I perfect? Of course not. Do I fuck up? Absolutely. I'm just a work in progress like everybody else.
We're believers now. We just killed ourselves. And it feels fucking good. The pain leaves what comes in. Pride. Like a natural high. That you're actually doing something. You're making a difference in your life.
He kept getting up and getting up. I saw Trump do the same thing. I saw a lot of these guys I admired in business do it. And that's what it takes. To do anything successfully in life, you've got to want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Consistency, 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 man. That's the name of the game, bro. Don't get much simpler than that. If you keep going every single day and don't stop, they ain't ready for prime time. They ain't trying to really get right. They take days off, this day off, that day off. They lazy, I'm tired. No. Grind every day, one foot in front of the other, bro. And I promise you, you're going to be lapping these folks, bro.
And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. And life and dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen and become a reality.
That fuels the fire. You're headstrong, believing in what you're doing, no matter what the disbeliefs of the third party, subjective losers are out there. That then sends it to your heart, so it beats like a champion. When all this fails, here and here continues.
You mess up once a week, you go back on your strict diet, or you go back on your auditioning and your technique. That's the idea. But when you mess up a lot and you're only good half hour out of the day, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. No matter what you do. I don't care. I'm talking to people who are not just actors and writers and directors. I'm talking to people who are just alive and want to be successful.
It is easy to be motivated to succeed in the beginning of an endeavor and when you are close to the end. The most difficult part, and the part where people quit, is when they are in the thick of it, and it is unclear whether they have the strength and stamina to make it the rest of the way.
I don't go and say, oh, when I'm ready, or it's like, when I say go, MFR, we go now.
Yeah.
And then when you do that every day, then when tough shit happens, you just say, no, this is what we're doing, and your brain responds. So before they even work on their head, they got to do something to make their body strong, because we all respond to challenge. You know that better than anybody. So if we keep Every day gave me a different kind of stimulus or challenge. We get stronger.
While I never actually doubted my ability to walk again during my recovery, I am certainly subject to the inner monologue rationalizing why it is okay to quit or to not push myself to the goal that I have written down on paper.
Then how they become conscious of it is they simply ask themselves in this moment, what am I focusing on? They start to ask, what am I focusing on? Well, what's wrong is always available. So is what's right. And so you just develop a new habit. You go, okay, look at that shit. Okay, erase, let me do this one, right? And then the meanings are the most important ones, because when you're really upset, there's a meaning.
Because you had to go through a lot of stuff to get to this day. Now only you know what it took to get here, and that's why you value it. So other people from the outside in may say, oh, Vic, you're so lucky. You get to do this, and you get to be, you have all these followers, you have these people that pay attention to you, you get to do these cool things. Well, yeah, but in your mind, you're probably still the same kid, with your brother and your other brother and your sister and your dad and your mom. You're like, no, you guys don't remember where I came from. And this is why I value this, because I have perspective.
Yeah.
I knew where I came from. I knew where I started. And now I appreciate it where I'm at.
For yourself and for other people. It's so often the easy path. The easy path that calls to us to be weak for that moment, to break down for that moment, to give in to the desire and the short-term gratification.
When we don't make decisions that we know we need to make, it causes anxiety, it causes depression, and in reality, it causes us not to progress. So that's extremely stressful and extremely anxiety-inducing. And this is why I tell you, most of the anxiety that you feel isn't because you just are anxious. It's because you're not taking the action that you know needs to be taken to get where you're wanting to go, and it's making you feel that anxious feeling.
You need discipline because motivation's not there every day.
Right.
I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great.
Yeah.
And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. Your body will trick you. Like, man, today you should take the day off, Theo. You don't feel good.
You can watch me, you can watch you, you can watch fucking Rogan and Cameron Haynes, all these motherfuckers. You can go to Tony Robbins' fucking bullshit, all this shit. You can do all this shit. You can wonder, wow, maybe let me go try out David Goggins. He ain't gonna fucking help you. You have to explore, examine the insides of yourself.
If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming because it's gonna get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out, ain't nothing wrong with the seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment.
If you do a thing in spite of being scared of doing the thing, that is bravery. Right? There's no such thing as fake bravery. Like if you do the thing and you're scared, that's bravery. If you don't do the thing and you weren't scared, that's not bravery, right? The same thing goes for discipline. Doing the thing in spite of not wanting to do the thing is discipline. You don't need motivation to get yourself up to go and do a thing.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived.
This 30 seconds is your life passing you by, an opportunity to change. It's your prerogative. Do you want to go down the fucking path you have right now of your life and where it's going? Or do you see an alternate path that's not flatline, but climbing up an echelon of remembrance?
Healthy lifestyle, eating right, exercising. Why? Because for 51 years, I didn't do it. Now, it's the point that I'm making on consistency, that the earlier we become consistent in good habits, the more those good habits compound in a positive way, just as if I'm consistent in bad habits, they compound in a negative way. And my father taught me the value of good habits and living this incredible, unbelievable consistent life.
People want to get acknowledged for things that you're supposed to show up. You're supposed to practice. You're supposed to perform. You're supposed to get results. Now, people have a hard time understanding now the difference between feedback and criticism. It's exactly the same thing. It's just how you hear it.
Master consistency. Become loyal to your path. Continue to remain focused on your destination and refuse to be distracted. Isolate your mind. Surround yourself with things that align with your vision and your vision only. Utilize every minute of your day to cover more ground, bringing you closer to success.
What I really look for when I'm evaluating talent and people I want on my team is their self-discipline levels, because I know those people are going to max out their own capacity. Extremity expands capacity. The process of self-discipline is like a muscle that you can grow. I think the mistake many people make is they start with these huge things that they think require self-discipline, and unless they do these huge things, they lack it.
Started doing this triathlons and endurance sports, ultra runs, just to test my soul, to see what I'm about, to see in a 150-mile race at mile 75 when I feel really bad. That's when you know. That's the only time you can find out what the human body is all about, what you're made of, to find out limits to myself.
You are one decision away from changing your life. And you have to accept that. You're one new meeting, one new relationship, one new contact, one new action, one new decision away from shifting your life from where it is right now to a totally different place.
It's actually a very strong indicator that you need to go. And then once you go, you will be unburdened by these unmade decisions, and it won't feel as heavy. It won't feel as anxious, and you'll be proud of yourself because you're moving, and you know you're moving. You can see it. So make a list of the decisions that you know you need to make, the ones you are afraid to make. A lot of times this is about your physical health, but the fact of the matter is, make a list of these decisions and start executing on the decisions.
So what's the decision? You already know. I could go backstage now. There's something you've been hesitating on. There's a contact you need to make, isn't there? There's a job you need to quit. There's a relationship you need to engage in. Maybe there's a relationship you need to leave. I don't know what it is, but I know there's a decision that you need to make to take you to the next level, just like I know that's true for me. Because decisions shape our destiny when they're backed up by some massive ass action. You're 52, you're working harder than you've ever worked in your dadgum life. Why? Because I have built all these structures around me and eliminated most of the things that take my focus and discipline away, so that I am wired, man, with a ton of energy to create and innovate and think and be present, because I have self-discipline. And self-discipline is a process, is a habit. It is not something someone's born with. What has to happen is you got to do it for a while.
You may be asking how to achieve this mindset, but my question to you is, why would you choose otherwise? Why would you choose to be inconsistent? Because at the end of the day, it is all a matter of choice. So why? So you can feel comfortable? Comfortability fosters stagnation. And I assume if you're watching these videos, a stagnant life is not what you are in pursuit of. So what is it?
In order to get anything in life and to get anywhere, you must show up. If you think showing up is winning, you've already lost the battle. People want to get a medal for doing the easy things. People show up every single day and are dealing with circumstances that are beyond your imagination. They still show up.
A possibility where dreams exist, legacy exists, the possibility of change is within the grasp of these hands, within the grasp of 30 seconds. It's within you. You had the will. You're here. I know you had the will. You had the intestinal fortitude. You had the want of change. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to support that want. And I'm going to make your dream into reality. Stay with me. This workout right here is right here in your home. You're confident, secure. You're going to build that confidence up.
When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got to doing an op for fucking 13, 14 hours after Ranger School, man, at the gym. What's wrong? You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive.
Make the promise small, build it up step by step. Know that you are going to have setbacks. A habit missed once is a mistake. A habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. never miss 2 days in a row. So ideally, go for a month, build it up. But after that, if you ever miss one day, go, okay, mistakes are going to happen. Tomorrow I double down. Tomorrow I go on time, absolutely perfect. I'm straight up out of bed, or I go to the gym, or I walk the dog, or I do my meditation or whatever. And that's a good heuristic. Stops errors snowballing into new habits.
I know what it is. You do not believe that you will be rewarded for your struggles, for the discomfort that you tolerate in efforts to stay loyal to your path. But you must know that if you try your hardest at anything, you will find success. You cannot lose. How do I know this? Because every one of us possesses a power that originates from God. This is the most pure and powerful energy that exists. And if you become close to it and empower it, there will be nothing in this world that you cannot do.
You are a seed from God. God made you in his likeness. He big, he vast. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become. Because ain't nothing wrong with your seed. All of y'all got this wonderful gift that he gave you at birth. All y'all got one, you better believe that now. Don't die with this gift and don't never use it. All of y'all got this wonderful gift, but you gotta use it.
And what do you really want out of life? Your friend and a lot of people out here just don't fucking want it. Have fun with your life. Go from 3 to 350 to 400 to 450 to 500 because you don't want it.
So you never wanted a regular type life? The fuck is that? Barbecues and ball games? Yeah.
Maybe some questioning in my mind about, I call it part-time savage. I started kind of going through this. I started getting, a little bit injuries, a little bit of this, a little bit of things that back in the day never slowed me down. So when I got my head out of my ass and realized that, hey, we have more left, we can still push harder, we're not there yet.
The reason, I think, is different for everybody to want it. Some comes out of pain. Some comes out of, I want to prove somebody wrong. And then I think some people just have that switch inside.
What's gonna make this year any different? I mean, what's gonna keep you committed? What's gonna make you stay dedicated to that mission? Anybody can talk it, but the question is, can you live it? The question is, can you be consistent? It's easy to make a decision, but what's hard is staying loyal to your vision.
I think there was part of me that was a psychopath out there because I was extremely hyper competitive every day. I didn't feel like, okay, let's get to Sunday and then now it's the time. Like every day was the time. And every day is the time to give your best. And even if it's practice, do your best in practice. And I learned that in college.
Kobe and Michael. I look at these guys and, they're that rare breed of talent plus work ethic. Is that innate or is that a learned behavior? To transform, you have to care, even when no one else does. Because if you don't care, and if you're not willing to pay the piper, if you're not willing to put in the work, you're never gonna change.
What's hard is waking up every day to go get it. Ain't nothing in this world given. So if you wanna make a change, get outside your comfort zone and stop living inside your limits. Stop playing with your life. Get up and go fight for your dreams. Because anything is possible to the heart that believes.
Being successful in real life takes courage. And part of the courage, the biggest part of the courage, is to make decisions, stand on those decisions when really nobody else is in your corner. You've got to make those decisions for you. And that takes courage. And when you don't have courage and you don't make the decisions, you become one of these NPC people in the world who just kind of floats through life and ends up being bitter and pissed and frustrated because they're not able to create anything.
Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. You just got to quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when he gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way, and you're going to be okay with it.
Consistency, focus, and discipline, the 3 millionaire success habits that will amplify and force multiply the skills that you're so desperately trying to develop, thinking that if I just get these skills, I'll make more money. If I get these skills, I'll be more fit. You don't think you know how to eat right? You don't think you know how to work out right? Of course you do. The skills are available to you for free on YouTube. There's free nutrition programs and workout programs. You don't have the trait of discipline to do it. You don't have the consistency and focus, goddammit, to do it.
It's just consistency.
You gotta really put that. You don't gotta even work as hard as people think. You gotta just put that work in. You gotta do something. It can't be no days when you sleep all day. It can't be no days. You can't let nobody. If you a female, you can't let a dude stress you out. You can't have a female stressing you out. You gotta understand that you gotta invest that time into your life. And right now, it don't really matter. The future is what really matters.
Most people, the reason that they lack success in their life, especially from a financial aspect, is that they lack the courage to make the decisions that need to be made to put them in the position that they want to be in. And I really think that's a big part of it. And I never really thought about it until I watched everybody DM me and email me and text me and say, I'm so proud of you for speaking up, and then watch them not do shit. And then when I took inventory of who those people are, all of them are struggling.
You know, we know where we're at from that standpoint, and we know what we have to do. We know that this was a time of year where we hit a lull a couple times, you know, and we can't let that happen, no matter what's going on. Me and 9-1, me and Jan say it to each other every day. Nobody cares, you know. At the end of the day, nobody cares. What we're going through, how your body feels, nobody cares. We gotta do our job.
The discipline calls for strength and fortitude and will. It won't accept weakness. It won't tolerate another breakdown. The discipline can seem like it's your worst enemy, but the reality is, discipline is your best friend. It will take care of you like nothing else can.
You gotta believe. You gotta feel that purpose in your soul, because too many people set goals, but they never put in the work to see their dreams unfold. It's time to break through. It's time for you to stay loyal to what you said you were gonna do. Even when that mood is left, even when that struggle gets the best of you, don't let it stress you. It's not there to break you, it's just there to test you. It's just there to show you.
This regular type life, that your life? My life? No, my life. No, my life's a disaster zone. Because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block. That's my life.
Like, if I didn't do my best in practice, I wasn't gonna play on the weekend because there was no entitlement. So I had to work hard to prove to my teammates, hey, I'm ready to go. I gotta be there, I gotta show up, I gotta be ready. I gotta treat this game like it matters more than anything. Well, when my teammates feel that, guess who else has to raise the bar? My teammates, because I'm bringing the juice every day.
Quit tripping during the process. Oh Lord, why me? You ain't the only one. Oh Lord, why me? You ain't the only one. Oh Lord, why I lose my job? You ain't the only one unemployed. Oh Lord, why he leave me? You ain't the first chick got left. This might not even be your last time getting left. Pull yourself together and quit tripping, cause you in the process.
None of this shit go, man. You could be in a bucket, no gas, you stressing out. You can't think about the painful part of it. You gotta keep rocking and putting that work in, and everything will change for you.
I got your back, you got mine. Nobody cares, man. We gotta go. And before practice, during practice, after practice, you know, we're always just trying to push whoever's listening. Is it fair? No, because I want to have emotions about things. I want to think about things as a human being.
The path to strength and health and intelligence and happiness.
Is this the new level? Is this the new push? So when I decided to do that race, it was in the back of my mind like, man, I've really become an expert at running 100-mile races. So for me, this was the new level.
Eat 3 times a day at regular meal times. Get up at the same time. Get up early in the morning and get your things done. Man, learn to get up at 6 in the morning and you'll be one deadly creature, especially if you can get to work. You'll have half your damn day done by the time other people haul their sorry asses out of bed. And so that's a massive, massive advantage.
Struggle and hardship and fucking bad times and tests, those are all part of the journey.
When I see someone who's really truly disciplined, who like a David Goggins, someone who just like truly maximizes the grind, I feel like there's an art to that. And there's an art to kindness. Like there's people that are really kind and really sweet, and when I'm around them, it's beautiful. It's like there's an art to them.
Well, everybody, it's Groundhog's Day again for David Goggins. If you pan it down here, you see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning and there's not a car or a person in sight. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger.
The mind tells you, let's go home. Let's take a warm shower. Let's get some food. This is not right. This is that. If you cannot answer the questions at that moment, because your mind's gonna start giving you all these questions. And if you can't answer them, you're going to quit.
All men are created equal. Some work harder. Some get up at 2:30 in the morning. Some are willing to get on a plane from New Zealand and come Brisbane, speak at a school, speak that night, get up in the morning, 5 o'clock, get to the airport. Come on, go to Sydney, get up, Melbourne, get up, go to Perth, come on. Then get back up and then go home. Are you here? All of us are created equal. Some of us just grind. Some of us don't make excuses.
I just don't stop. I go at things and I just believe like, man, I'm gonna just be consistent. Now I might alter my aim, but I just don't stop, right? You know how when most people get a break and they're like, oh, it's a break, I'm about to chill.
Some of us don't surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level.
My mind would come creeping in. Like when I was doing 4,030 pull-ups at 2,000 pull-ups and my hands were ripped open, my mind said, look, brother, we've done all these other things. You've proven yourself. You're good. If I didn't have the answer to respond to my mind and say why I'm here, why I'm doing this, you will always lose that fight. You have to have the response to what your mind is going to tell you.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try my best to stay consistent.